Welcome to part 3 of Do You Think You're Smarter Than an Immigrant? This is the quiz where we test your knowledge of U.S. history and civics using the same questions that USCIS uses when they're testing permanent residents who have applied for naturalization. USCIS recently announced changes to the naturalization process for people who applied for citizenship after October 20 of 2025. Instead of only having to answer 10 questions, they're going to have to answer 20. Instead of only having to get 6 right, they're going to have to get 12 right. And instead of having 100 questions to choose from, there's going to be 127 questions. They'll all be listed on uscis.gov. So, unlike the earlier parts of this quiz and the next 2 or 3 that I'll be doing are going to reflect those changes. I'm going to give you 20 questions. You're going to be expected to get 12 right to be able to pass the test. And like I said, these are all questions that permanent residents would be expected to know the answers to if they wanted to become U.S. citizens. Also, I wanted to remind everyone that you can join me on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time for a live stream where you can ask me any question about immigration law for free, which that doesn't happen all the time. I am an attorney. I've been practicing immigration law since 1992, but I've worked in the field since 1986. I was a para before that. And so I have a lot of experience with this type of law. So let's just get to it. Do you think you're smarter than an immigrant? We're going to see. I hope you can get 12 of these correct. And thanks for playing along. get 12 out of the 20 correct? I hope so. Come back every Monday for a new test. And when we run out of these citizenship questions, I'll have a different type of quiz for you about the United States and its history. I was thinking about doing quotations from historical people, like give me liberty or give me death. Who said that? That was Patrick Henry, by the way. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And that was JFK. Anyway, another thing I was thinking about doing is to see if people can guess what the most popular surname is in their state. Now that quiz I would only do, I would do one long quiz because I'd have all of the states included. I'm not going to do all the A's and then all the B's and all the... No, I would do all of them together because the only one that I looked up just when I was thinking about doing this was Florida, because I thought, well, Florida has so many Latinos. There's tons of Cubans and lots of Nicaraguans and lots of Venezuelans, and you know, that top surname, I'll bet you, is probably going to be like a Martinez or Rivera or something. It's going to be a Latino surname. I would have been wrong. So anyway, I thought it might be interesting. That's going to be a big, hard test to put together. Just time consuming for me to do that because I'm going to do all 50 states. So that might be after the Christmas holidays. But there's plenty of other things I can give you little quizzes on if you're interested. You know, this is supposed to be about immigration. You know, let me see what I have. I have 2 videos normally a week that I do that's about the law, either the procedure or the substance of the law. Sometimes I just kind of do a screed because I'm so pissed off at a certain somebody who is trying to make things as scary and as difficult as possible for immigrants in this country. So sometimes, every once in a while, it's just kind of me going off. But generally speaking, I try to do 2 different videos about the law itself. For instance, I'm going to have one up, I hope by Friday. I'm going to have one up about bond hearings because that's been changed also. Who can and can't get bonds. And people are all upset and worried about that. And so I have the live stream on Sunday mornings, Eastern Time, 10 o'clock. I have the quiz that comes out on Monday. And the plan is to have either Thursday or Friday have a video that come out with something about the substance of the law. Like I said, it's going to be about bond. Whether if somebody gets picked up, can they get released, or are they going to have to stay there? And then that will be the topic also for the live stream the following Sunday. So if people have issues with that, if they have some additional questions I didn't answer, they'll be able to do that on the live stream. And my 2 cats are about to go at it with each other. They drive me crazy. Anyway, thanks for playing along. Please hit subscribe, like, leave a comment. Nobody ever leaves a comment. Leave a comment, and I hope to see you next time. And I do hope that you're enjoying this. It's tough, it takes up a lot of time to be able to do this, but I do enjoy it, and I think it's really important to get information out there. Oh, another video I was going to do is why I'm different from everybody, which I'll just give you a little taste of that. One of the reasons is that I'm semi-retired, and you're going to see all the attorneys who are up here. I saw 2 attorneys from Houston were on here. They're all over the place now. It used to be just McBean and Jim Hacking, and there were just a few. Now they're popping up all over the place. But they're all running their offices, and this is part of their PR. This is what they're doing. This is basically their advertising. And they want you to call them and pay him some money. I just got a phone call. Just give you a quick little thing. Just got a phone call from a woman that is living in Vegas. Immigration attorneys, we can practice all over the country. So she was my client, but she's in Vegas, and we're really getting to the meat of her case at this point. I was able to get her bonded out, and but I really wanted her to get an attorney out there. So she called me just to let me know that she finally found one, and she says, "You wouldn't believe what they were charging." And what she's going to do, she's on DACA, and she also, believe it or not, is grandfathered under 245I, which is unbelievable. I haven't had somebody who was grandfathered under that for a long time. What that means is that she can adjust her status here. It's incredible, but she can do it. And even though she entered without inspection, but she says somebody wanted $9,000, which was higher than what I was charging her. Another person wanted $10,000, and she said the highest they wanted $14,000 to represent her. I almost fell off my chair. $14,000 for an adjustment of status? I mean, that's ridiculous. In my ever so humble opinion, that's ridiculous. That's a lot of money, and plus the hearings are online. You don't even have to get up off your butt and go into Center City to go to represent the person. Anyway, so the fact that you can go up and ask attorneys your questions, have it be you're asking me on Sunday mornings, or you're asking, I think Jim Hacking just kind of goes up whenever he feels like it. I don't know if he has an actual time, but I knew that guy. When I first saw him, I'm like, I know that guy. I have seen that guy. I think he's been on, we have to do CLEs. And I think he's been on some of the forums where I've attended when I went to ALA conferences. It's like, I've seen that guy before. And anyway, but McBean is great too, and there's a lot of really good people. But I'm not trying to get your case. I sure don't want your deport case. That's one thing I decided. I'm not doing deportation anymore. I'm done. Se acabó. I'm done. I've done that for many, many, many years, and I'm just not going to do it. But you want me to do your naturalization? Absolutely. You want me to help you file for your mom back home? No problem. Or your sibling? That's my #1 video, is filing for your brothers and sisters. I don't know why that would be so popular, but if you want help with that. But mainly, there's 2 main things I want to focus on. One is just doing consultations and second opinions. And the other thing is helping you be able to find an attorney who is a member of ALA, somebody you can respect, and I can help you with that and see if I can connect you with an attorney wherever you are, because I think it's really important to have somebody close to home. They know the judges where they practice. They know the procedures, because every immigration office, every immigration court, every judge is a little bit different. So I'm going to be doing mainly consultations, second opinions, and hopefully be able to refer people out to other attorneys at no charge to the client. I might get a referral fee. That would be nice. That would be nice if I could get some referral fees from attorneys. Immigration attorneys typically don't give referral fees, however. But I'm rambling, and that's supposed to be for a different video. But anyway, so I hope to see you on the live stream Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and pop in, Monday, Tuesday to check out what the new quiz was. And leave a comment and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.